Welcome to game number 6, the final game of tonight's PUBG EU Pro Scrims, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls. Welcome! I hope you are sitting comfortably because this is going to be a wild ride. My name is Jorisar. We are back on Erangel for the final time tonight. 6 games of professional PUBG this evening. Let's take a look at where everyone is going to be dropping. It's a 2 o'clock to an 8 o'clock plane path, relatively central, a little bit of a southern skew, but nothing to write home about. Are we going to see any hot drops and shenanigans in game number 6? I'm not sure we are, you know. The teams have been taking this pretty seriously. We've had some great finishes, really good strategic battles tonight. I don't think too much mischievous shenanigans are going to go down here. You know what I mean? This will be very exciting. Explicit, what are you doing? Hello, wake up. There we go. Should be all good there. Have we got any sort of contesting there? No, Nexus have got Razak. This have got school apartments. Furasic looking like they're going Watertown and Ruins. Calvin may be overstretching into Salty Sweet there a little bit. Yeah, he's going to come back and move into that bit of the compound. That's fine. Oh, hello. Enhanced might want to continue flying because we've got With Potential over here. And Razak is the... Bag of Nuts, what are you doing? Oh, Bag of Nuts is grabbing a vehicle. Oh, that is... risky. That is very risky. 28 hits him once. Unfortunately, iron sights on the SKS at the moment means that Nexus Gaming might not be able to do too much else right now. Very close to getting a knock there. Heroic rotating far to Georgia Paul, as they have done so far this evening. And you know what? Guys, this is game number 6. People are behaving. This is looking good. Got a good feeling about this. Enhanced and With Potential. Very close to each other here. 3x on the barrel with no further bullets for Ribbons. Better get Kune quick. He's actually beyond the far warehouse at the moment, so he's not even that close. The thing is, Ribbons is with Atomical right now, so that should... help their cause just a little bit. I think Kune is running away knowing that they're another team reasonably close. Again, very sensible play. If they get these compounds here, you can see Krisuka is in McDonald's. It's the big M in case anyone's asking. There you go. Seem to be doing all right. Very, arguably the most central circle we've seen so far tonight. No one is going to be surprised by this. I should point out, by the way, normally the games are called Pro Scrims 1, Pro Scrims 2, etc., as we joined them. Game number 6 was called Simsy God 6. Fully deserved. What a beautiful finish to that game. Absolutely incredible stuff. Push and flush. Making an early rotation northbound. That's going to net them a couple of extra vehicles as well. They'll be pleased about that. But where are they going to go? School and apartments will obviously be taken. They could potentially be going Potato Hill. They might not want to stay in this compound. It's a little bit too far south. But then again, if all the major compounds north of them have already been taken, I guess it's all right. I guess that's okay. The Norsemen are going a bit further north. Party Beetle's trying his luck. Wondering if anybody's there. Will be completely fine. Where else are people rotating in from? Nixie underneath the bridge. Hunting for the rotate. Won't find it. Chicken Go Clark aren't particularly interested at this point. They're still finishing up looting, and it looks like Faye is going to be picking up Blue Star as well. They are. And they're going to be focusing on moving to zone. Apex have got plug socket compound. I'm from the UK. This is a plug socket. It's totally what I'm calling it. School and apartments are the property of Viz. They're looking very good at the moment. Nexus have no real reason to move away from Rojak. They could take the east fully. Killstill is really just here as a lookout at the moment. Push and flush. They're on Potato Hill as well. These vehicles are going to be making a lot of noise. And Party Beetle. Where the party at? Oh, they're pushing up, possibly into a trap now. The Norsemen can stay quiet until they get close. Party Beetle has massive potential to play spoiler here. Never mind. The shots have started. What are they going to do? Perky is closest. On the bottom side of this hill. Do they know someone is super close? I'm not sure they do, you know. I'm not sure they do. I think Party Beetle can actually push around even more. Mac and Dark is looking in the rear. Sunny now finally deciding to look elsewhere, but Party Beetle playing spoiler there. And Explicit goes down as well as he tries to get a twist and turn onto Party Beetle. This is exactly what they were looking for. The Norsemen have struck. Mac and Dark caught by surprise. Still time for him and Meisters to do something impressive. Party Beetle going down is actually quite critical in this position there. Meisters managing to do that. Party Beetle crawling away. Snooski coming in. Very, very close indeed. Party Beetle gets smoked up, but it's not enough. And Ave Meal assuming that no one's round this far, but Meisters, somehow actually, misses that flurry of bullets. I'm pretty sure a couple of them should have hit. Mac and Dark still up. Oh! Ave Meal with a god nade to turn it around, and all of a sudden, the Norsemen are down to 1. Blue Star third party's Avimil, and the Norsemen had the perfect start to this engagement. They were 4-2 up, and now they're... Are they 2-1 down or are they 3-1 down? I don't even know. It's 2-1 down. Meisters has gone down as well. How did that happen? They had such a good start to that engagement. Party Beetle got knocked, and then they all moved in. It must have just been a fraction of a second too late, because I thought they did a lot of things correctly. I have to watch that again to know. Mac and Dark will get the headshot, though. And the Norsemen, they started off really well, but they weren't able to finish it. And as a result, Push and Flush will get 3 kills. The 4th one, don't forget, going to Chicken Go Cluck, who are now starting to move up on this position. They third-partied one of those points. They'd like the other 2, please. Mac and Dark and Explicit on top. Faye looking to finish. Push and Flush are getting pushed. And Explicit needs a way to wrap around. The problem is the footsteps are so loud. I think he saw him on the right-hand side of the rock, and therefore we will see him round the left, but Faye gets spotted. I suspect the insta-flush will be coming out on Explicit. Faye's about to die. And that's Mac and Dark eliminated as well, so Chicken Go Clock are going to be able to take this. Zukdinam! It's the third party heaven on Potato Hill. Who else is fighting at the moment? It looks like 90% of the action is here right now, so we're going to focus on this. 1 minute left in phase 1. And a 4th team, yeah, it's a 4th team at this point, coming to join the party. Chicken Go Clock are in a good position, and they've got 3 alive as well, so it's not actually that easy for Zukdinam to get a lot of purchase. Look at this. Highman, for example, looking out towards Xchris, but there's so many places that Xchris could hide that Xchris can basically wait to reveal where he is. Is there a team that might come in after Zukdinam? Unlikely unless Meet the Woo comes south. So this is likely to be the final third party, if you will, into this engagement. Highman just watching the west flank, knowing that if they move into this, someone else could very, very easily come back up. We're on board with Jazza. Faye and Rykes at the far hill. And Xchris playing spoiler. Zukdinam decide to really aggressively push in. Xchris can wait until all of them have gone past. And then possibly get a knock for free. No, they can't, because Nixie has spotted Xchris now, and this is a problem. They don't want this to be a 4v2. Nixie rushing forward. Xchris just about hanging on thanks to the tree. And Reichs giving him cover, bringing Nixty down to 5 hit points. Very important there to allow X-Chris to go away. Sort of stabilize that position. Never mind. Oh god, I thought X-Chris was able to get away. I thought he was fine, but a combination of Nixie and Dex says no to that, and suddenly it's a 4v2. Suktinam are going to be building in confidence off the back of this, and while they will need to use some of their utility, it looks like they're going to be able to get much closer. Faye gets knocked. That is critical. They might as well just push in now. Hyman and Jazza doing good jobs from different angles to push in there, and Reichs now is the man being hunted. There are vehicles available. He has the option to run away. There's a bike there as well. Choosing to use none of those. And Suktinam in hot pursuit. Nixie likely to be the closest player, although not necessarily by much. Busy looting at the moment, looking for possible positions and where that fourth could be, wanting to be very, very calm about this. Spotted at the tree. Insta-grenade, perhaps? And that'll do it. The re-peek. Nixie gets Reichs, and that is Chicken Go Cluck eliminated. Very central zone too, by the way. Pretty pleased with this. Enhanced at the moment, just north of Apex. Unable to negotiate a way into this compound here. They've got a good amount of natural cover, but there's not much else they can do. This vehicle is going to get its tires completely blown out thanks to Viz and school apartments. Got a couple of good angles on them too. That's going to be frustrating. Correct, he's seriously doing some work from that gymnasium. Heroic and Furaffic are fighting in Watertown. Now this is unusual. You don't often see teams voluntarily coming in here because they don't want to have to deal with the reduced movement speed in water, even though obviously both teams have to deal with the same thing. So very interesting. T-Bone on Middle Island. I do love zones that end here, by the way. This one's not going to, but it would be great. Feeding his team information about where 1 or 2 of Furaffic are. He won't be able to see all of them, though. Although Vashku, to be fair, can fill in the blanks. I think between them, they'll be able to work out roughly where they all are. They know they're on the northeast side. Robin and Salty Swede haven't really done very much at the moment. And that's because they're holding station, waiting to see if someone from Heroic is going to flank. And they might be able to potentially get a free kill if that happens. Ronnie Cray very much in the danger zone at the moment, as is Bag of Nuts. Because Heroic are effectively wrapping themselves around this building. You've got T-Bone to the north and everyone else to the south. Vasquez holding that angle. Beamy and Page a little further away. And then you've got Robin and Swede. Circle 3, hard shift to the 2 o'clock location, actually moving onto the East Rozok Bridge. Both of these teams now are in a lot of trouble. There's not really that much in the way of vehicles either for them to get away cleanly without the other team seeing. I suspect Enhance are going to move north and possibly go through Rozok. YMCA have taken J Compound. I don't really know. What's Anonym doing here? Oh no, is this a disconnect? Anonym's not moving, and in the blue, unfortunately. That could be a disconnect. Never mind that for now. T-Bone with the grenade onto Ronnie Cray. We'll hold this for now because Zukdin Nam might be about to rotate straight into Optimal Gaming. Nixie sending it. Sending it past at least. Not this compound again. And here we go. Optimal Gaming versus Zukdin Nam. Effectively in the blue. Apex. Surely they're not going to turn around and third party this. They can't seriously be considering that. Yuri Boy round the outside of the broken wall. Gets Nixie. Oh my god. Gets Highman as well, and Yuri Boy does an incredible job there. Optimal Gaming still alive with 2. Atomical and with potential now gatekeeping, crashing this, I should say. Skinny coming in from the other side. Optimal Gaming, though, only 1 player left up. And with potential will be the last team into this compound. Everybody jumping on top of each other right now. Bag of nuts. Rezzing Ronnie Cray. Robin and Salty Swede are both down. They've lost their respective 1v1s by the looks of things on the south side. It looks like Paige had a great angle against them, and Beamy might have been a part of that as well. It's possible Paige got both. Let me take a look. Yeah, he did get both. Paige and Beamy, pardon me, 1 each. So, no, exactly as we described to begin with. Now Ronnie Cray having to deal with this phase 3 damage. Heroic just wanting to get this done and dusted so they can move to circle. This is potentially excellent. An underarm Molotov onto the ceiling. Onto the roof. Will get rid of Bag of Nuts. And Ronnie Cray is the last person alive inside this building. Is there one more Molotov here? It doesn't look like it. What on earth is that? That is enhanced. Coming in from afar. There's a fire in Watertown here. And Krisuka is actually getting a decent chunk of damage done onto Heroic right now. They're wondering, what are you guys doing fighting here? We'll take that. And now Heroic are in a massive amount of trouble. What on earth are they going to do? That's 3 damage per tick right now. This is the problem that they face. Beamy's not going to be able to get revived by the looks of things. He's dropping stuff for his teammates. They're going to head in a car without him. They'll use the first aid before leaving. Heroic are on 4 kills at least. Apex, in the meantime, eliminate with potential. Is that out in the blue? No, it's not. That's them crashing in. That's fine. That's them on the bottom right of the circle. YMCA of J Compound, which is close to center. Sinister and Snip Team are doing a good job. Red Skirt now trying to scout any possible empty locations. Aside from this shack, they won't find many! Going prone here is probably not ideal for Nexus, so they'll need to think of an alternative strategy. For now, though, it'll do. Corexy, the last member alive for this. In the running prior to this final game, but with 1 kill and 1 alive, it's going to be very difficult. We're into the top 10 now with 17 minutes done. Heroic with 2 alive, just make it into the circle, but they're not safe and sound yet. No one on Water Tower Hill. I don't think going in on foot here is that... Well, I don't think they'll actually have much to do because they just have to get past school, to be honest, to get into circle. I wouldn't be surprised if Heroic took an apartment building. It's not ideal, but they came around late. I think they're going to have to do something like that here. Curexy might play spoiler. Gets 3 hits, but goes down to 80 himself. Are Heroic going to stop here? They're not. Might be able to get 2 apartments. Curexy gave it a good go. Almost got a point for his efforts, but not quite. Tekka's and Intense. Near the compound. Well, YMCA have got J Compound. And the Misfits are going to grab this one here. They're in a very strong position as well, with the broken walls there and everything. Trying to gatekeep Allen Oil. Rotate by the southern side of Yasnaya. Alright, Enhance versus Nexus. We knew that a fight for a compound had to happen. It's going to be this one first, interestingly. Horseman gets the knock, gets the finish onto Killstill with a Molotov. Nice and clean. All 4 members of Enhanced are still alive. They're playing this game very, very well so far. Nexus, though, have got a decent defensible position. Hedonix can take a lot of angles. Smoke's being deployed now to allow 1440 time to join his teammate. And Enhance, crucially, are not being shot at from elsewhere, although Snip Team are looking at this with very, very eager eyes. They are just north on the minimap. You can see them there, so Snip Team could end up playing spoiler here. But for now, we're watching what Nexus can do. Utility getting thrown out of the building. 2-story plus the roof. Hedonix heals himself on the roof, which is great. Oh, slightly undercooked on that grenade. And Stealthy getting 1440 with a nade from the other side. This is what we were talking about. Here comes the third party. Everybody moving up the stairs to eliminate Nexus Gaming, and therefore, Snip Team have been rumbled a little bit. YMCA, in the meantime, are fighting against... Who's crashing here? Is it Apex? Oh my, it is Apex. That's Tech is dead on the broken wall. Intense is upstairs, and Lito should be able to get the res. Calvin is coming to join them. Calvin goes down straight away to Muavi. And that's because Team Misfits are joining the fight as well. This is so messy. Anti gets refragged by YMCA. Jing has the opportunity to clean up. They are inside and doing a pretty good job, I have to say, by staying next to the counter. Oh no, that Molotov is going to put paid to that idea. And another team are turning up now as well. It's Apex versus Misfits versus YMCA versus Meet the Woo versus Alan Oil. 5 different squads of the remaining 8 are in here, and this is going to get absolutely insane. There is no way I'm going to be able to observe this. I promise you guys I will try my best. But this is the most stressed I'm going to be all evening long. I love the way that Misfits are covering so many of their angles just by having 3 people in one compound, by the way. Even though everyone is crashing here, Misfits are playing this really, really well. Meet the Woo are also choosing to stay outside, choosing to stay in the corner, letting these teams fight it out first. They're not 100% sure how many enemies they're going to face. Alan Oil moving up, but Misfits can't actually do much about that. Apex gets eliminated. That's intense. On the top floor of this building, this gives the Misfits a significant amount of room to breathe. They might be able to get up onto the top floor and defend against both YMCA and Alan Oil. That's exactly what Dueling is doing here. Popping smokes, Anti and Xerxes. Downstairs looking for Alan Oil. Almost spotting him out. Gets the first. Will get the second as well. There's a third peeking. The spray transfer almost does it. Xerxes does go down to the grenade. And while trying to finish, unfortunately, it's Jing coming across the back. And YMCA take the third party. I mean, the third party, the fourth party, the fifth party, the sixth party. Where is Alan Oil? Alan Oil is still outside. It's Physics. Outside J compound, we've also got YMCA and Meet the Woo still in here. Meet the Woo in the garage. Trying to defend against Alan Oil. And Heroic are actually looking on the south side as well. Heroic, as the duo, could end up winning this entire thing. Enhanced, 5 kills and all 4 alive. Oh, Prorix in the garage. Going down, unfortunately, to his own Molotov. It could have been blasted out of his hand or something. Wouldn't necessarily be a suicide. Although he could have been denying the point, actually. A very difficult position to be in. J compound actually ended up being the place the circle is ending as well. So, ironically, all of these teams crashing it. You know what? Strategically, it was an excellent choice. Here comes Sinister. Closing the gap between him and Vashku. Ooh, maybe closing the gap a little bit too much. Trying to get into the shack. Just about succeeds. Enhance could come in to wipe up. And I'd love to see Vashku join Page. Quietly see if they can take this third party in J compound a little bit better. Shack getting crashed. Enhance of 3 people here. And that is going to be it. Enhanced have 2 people down there, but they will be able to get all of their number back up again. They're up to 6 kills in this final game. Alan Oil versus, well, the rest of YMCA. That's it for Physics. So we are finally down to our top 4 teams. YMCA managed to stay up in J compound with 2. That's how so unbelievably messy. I'm not going to pretend I was going to say, oh, this team was clearly going to be favorite to come out of this J compound alive. I think Misfits were holding their angles really well, but also it was just a really good backstab by YMCA once they were dealing with everyone else. Stealthy goes down to the blue in phase 6. Not much could be done there. We now have Enhanced with all 4 alive versus YMCA with 2 versus Heroic with 2. I'd love to see Enhanced smash into the J compound and have the winner of that fight Heroic. I don't think that's how this is going to happen. I think that if Heroic start the engagement against Enhanced now, They're likely to take this one at a time. This is going to be beneficial for YMCA. They don't really want to be pushing across this open field, though, is the issue. I feel like one of these teams has to think about a crash, or has to think about rotating around where Paige is. Because take a look at this. You see this dip here? Vashku can very safely rotate around here. Probably get beyond this shack. And get to this sort of position, maybe about here. And just focus on the second floor there if they wanted to do that. They're choosing not to at the moment, and by staying where they are, to be fair, they're going to be better off in Phase 7. But at the same time, it means they're not getting any closer to the team with the strongest position in the compound. And that is YMCA. I think from the number of vehicles, they will assume that Enhanced have the most players out of everyone that's left. And I think maybe that's the reason they make that decision. They are fighting the more difficult opponent first, but to be fair, they also have to move less. The risk of getting shot out of vehicles is nil. Vashku, good angle onto Horseman. Can't quite get the knock, though. A couple of really sick nades would be delightful now, but Vashku has no nades, and Paige has one Molotov. One Molotov could catch 3 of these guys, to be fair. Oh, he's thinking about it. He's thinking about it. He knows it's possible, but maybe getting the first knock. YMCA now shooting at Heroic, knowing that they're effectively third-partying. No one seems to be caring about them right now. So all the possible third-party material from YMCA. Zun's loving this. No one's shooting back. Vashku goes down. Not quite out, though. Horseman maybe just a little bit sick of how much YMCA are shoving bullets in their faces. Horseman's also down to bandages only, so meds are going to be a bit of a factor here as well. Krisuka now deciding to try and do a little bit of damage there. Paige goes down, but not before doing a lot of damage onto lane. Vashku will be able to finish that off. 40% HP. Quick res, knowing that the smoke is in the way, and the longer he waits, the more likely it is that smoke is going to become ineffective. YMCA now repositioning themselves on the north side of the map. The smoke's disappearing. You need to resmoke now. They don't have the nades to do it. Vashku has no nades. Paige has no nades. Paige has one first aid. It doesn't matter. The same vector spray gets both of them, and that's Heroic eliminated in third place. YMCA now sending it in. That's Zoom in the car. Not sure that's going to be wise. With the revolver. Lol, that's not going to work. And to be fair, the headshot. Absolutely delightful accuracy with the vector. Means that YMCA with 9 kills are now 3v1. Well, 1v3, I should say, against Enhanced, and Jing is the last person alive. More smoke. 6 smokes and a frag still available, so they have got plenty of utility. Maybe they're going to do a drive-by. Troll it up a little bit. I think you might as well pop the first aid and get in the UAZ at this point. Here come Enhanced. They're not messing around now. They are eager to finish. 28.5-minute mark. A ridiculous number of crashes in game number 6. Almost as is custom. Here we go. Baiting into the vehicle. Getting spotted from the right-hand side as he tries to take out the player in the buggy. Very well done by Enhanced. That's 10 kills, a double-digit chicken dinner to see out the day.